Simple 120 or around 120 volts. The plug-ins for the wall outlets question is, some have two prongs, as one can see here. Okay, one, two. Some prongs have three. Okay, as one can note here, we have a hot, a neutral, and a ground. But on this one, we have a hot and a neutral and no ground wire. This being your ground wire here. This wire here, my opinion is it's for safety and it's of utmost importance. Because say hypothetically, if one had a short and say the short was on, let's just say, I'm not sure if this is a good analogy, but say the short was on a stove. I'm not certain how often. I've never heard of too many shorts on stoves. I don't know, but this is just an example, a fictitious example. But let's just hypothetically, or forget the stove, just say any electronics, and it has a metal outing, say a washer or dryer or dryer or something. Okay, say it shorts out. You walk in there and you put your hand and you do not have this ground wire. There's no ground wire available, hypothetically. You've got a short on the metal. So since you have a short on the metal, you lay your hand on the dryer to open the lid or just lean up against it or whatever, and all of a sudden you may get shocked. So the purpose of this ground wire, I'm not certain it's the sole purpose, but my opinion is this ground wire, when a short happens, it will jump through this wire, run back to the breaker box in breakneck speed. It will throw the breaker. So then you have no electricity here or here. So then if we're using the dryer analogy, then the dryer, you can put your hand on it and not get shocked. But if you don't have this, the ground wire, if you get a short, you may not have anything. I'm not certain if it would even throw the breaker. So that's where some of the older homes back in the day, some of them may not have had ground wires. Some of them, I'm not certain, may have had. They had that cloth wire. Some of this kind of black cloth wire that gets kind of dry rotted and dried. And then say if you start pulling too many amps, it gets hot. Then maybe that's where it could ignite. But so the ground wire is of utmost importance. Now, when you see items, this is actually for a hair dryer. This is connected to a hair dryer. But things that don't pull too many amps per se, they don't put them on here. I'm not sure what the idea is, but I have had a particular unit and it was plugged in. I walked over there and it kept shorting out or something. I'm not sure if shorting out was the right word, but I grabbed the wire and the wire felt hot. So to me, it did not feel safe. So, but for smaller items, maybe a toaster, maybe a hair dryer, some of these may not have, it may only have a hot and a neutral. I'm not certain on that. The electricians can chime in and add that to the comments. But if you're doing something like a power tool or something that's going to pull some amps, a stronger motor or something, oftentimes you may find this on it. So my opinion is leave this ground wire on here. Some people try to may contemplate the idea of actually, well, they need this and they just want to plug it in or something and don't have. They make a little transition piece if you to go from here to here to add but you do not want to break this off. You want to keep this ground terminal. So this ground terminal could be for your safety, perhaps, but for smaller items, there may not be a ground wire. A case in point. So here's two contrasted plug-ins. One of them has a ground wire. One of them does not have a ground wire. Thank you for watching. I hope any of these videos may be helpful, useful, time-saving, and expedite and shed light on certain small overlooked things. If you find any of these beneficial, please share, like, and subscribe, and have a wonderful day. Thank you.